Welcome to Vintage Radio Cafe, your number one channel for relaxing vintage audio restoration. If you like watching an idiot wielding a soldering iron, you've come to the right place. Watch Ray's attempts to fix wonderful forgotten radios from another era, way before transistors. Sometimes he even gets them working again. What could go wrong, right?
Hello everybody, and welcome back. Today on the bench, it's a deja vu for me. We have the a Grundig 2220 CA, so it's the Canadian version, Canadian market version of this Grundig AM/FM shortwave radio with a complement of 6 tubes. I did a full repair, between a repair and a restoration this winter for a friend of mine of the exact same radio. It went so well, and I loved the sound so much. I thought it tuned great. The tuning was beautiful on it. That since then I've been looking for one, and sure enough, yesterday one came up on Marketplace. Actually, it had been there for many weeks. I just hadn't noticed. And the seller was asking for $50, but there was a picture showing that the power cord was broken. So I offered him a little bit less than what he wanted. He wanted $50. I offered the $40, and he said, yeah, sure. So I went and picked it up, and here it is now. It's not as nice as the one I did this winter. Namely, the cabinet is really bad. Made of bakelite, I believe. Some scratches are really deep. Some stains, I didn't even attempt to clean it yet, so I don't know how it's going to come out. If worse comes to worse, I'm thinking I just might repaint it. I just might give it a coat of paint. Okay, but aside from being dirty, switch, they're not perfect. This one, it's a bit scratchy, so it needs deep clean, lubrication, all that stuff. What I want to show you though is the back side. Just let me turning around. So, okay. We can see that the power cord is actually, it's been, I don't know if it's been cut or what. What is suspect in that is, I don't know if I'm imagining things, but do you see the dark spot here? And here? Although the wire comes out of here, how black it is here? I'm wondering if it's shorted or something. So I checked the fuse. It's surely seems like the original fuse, and it's not blown out. It's working. But furthermore, I found this guy. That looked odd. It's just a connector for a speaker, which I can't understand why somebody would put that there, since there's already a jack for a loudspeaker, which is one of those guys, LS2 connectors. Not hard to find. They cost like less than $1 here in Canada, a few cents. Really easy to install. Don't even need to solder them. It's just screws inside. Anyways. So, okay, I had to take a look at that, and this is what I got. Okay, hold on. I'll just try to remove this. There we go. So, surprise, surprise, all the wires coming from the speakers, actually coming from the output transformer, has been all bunched up with some just tape, electrical tape here, and all connected to this jack. which makes absolutely no sense because there's high voltage. There's high voltage from one of those secondaries. There's 230 volts going to the electrostatic tweeter. So maybe this is what blew the radio. So my point is, I'm going to clean it up. I'm going to sever those wires, reconnect it as original, as it should be, and I'll see if it works at all. Because I don't know, it's $40, so it's not a big risk. I didn't invest $500 into it, but it's really risky. At this point, I think I have my work cut out for me. So first things first, I'll remove the back panel. I'll clean it because I like to clean it and to at least see what I'm doing. Have the numbers of all the components. I already checked the. It's the only thing I removed the dust. Can't say clean. Is the vacuum tubes, and surprisingly, they're all good. They're all good enough to work. Maybe not perfect, but none of them were shorted or weak enough to the point that it wouldn't make the radio start up. So I'll get back as soon as I clean it and reconnect those speakers. Be right back. What I'm trying to do now to begin with is just to clean all those coils and the wires so I see the exact colors of the wire, because I have to reconnect this properly. I have no idea what anybody would do that. Try to put a additional connector. Jesus. One. Got the second one. Okay, so before I start reconnecting all those wires, I just want to make sure the speaker is not blown. So the way I do this is I use a weak 1.5 volt battery. I just taped it to the side of the chassis, and I've got two wires, a red and a black, and I respect the polarity. You might not see it, but there is an actual red dot here indicating the positive. So the negative is connected to the negative side of the battery, and the positive, this wire will touch. I'll just touch it here, and if I get a sound, a buzz, I'll know it's working. There you go. No more than that. Okay, so I finished reconnecting the speakers properly, and I'm just going to do a quick test on the dim bulb, restricted with only one bulb, just to see if we get power. I replaced one of the bulbs, so at least I know one should work, at least. Let's give it power. Try it on AM, BC, which is broadcast. Okay, the dim bulb went on bright, and it's dimming. So I think it's pretty normal. It's pulling almost 22 watts and going down. Restricted. See if we have sound. Not really. It's humming though. So turn it off. I tried it before and there was a little bit of sound coming out. It reacts pretty much the same way the other Grundig I had to fix this winter did. Reacts just the same way. I can see the power going to it. I can hear the hum when I turn it on. There was a bit of sound maybe an hour ago when I tried it, and there's no more sound anymore. So I have a pretty good idea what's going on. For sure it needs a recap, total recap of all the paper capacitors and also the electrolytics. But there's also what I've seen, I might be wrong, but what I've seen is once those paper caps go bad and they start leaking DC a lot, that's when they DC blows at least one of the resistors. R37 was the last one on the output valve. Once that is blown, the voltage is too high. I believe it's on the grid, might be it's on the plate. I'll have to check. So that's the starting point. That's where we start, but it's encouraging. At least I'm getting power. I know the speaker works. I know the amplification is working, the preamp, and but all the caps, in my opinion. So let the games begin. I'm going to start troubleshooting. First I have to take the chassis out, which means unsolder everything, at least 3 wires that I already that I just soldered back on. I have to unsolder those, but there's no problem there. I also checked the satellite speaker connection in the back. I put a speaker, an external speaker, and it wasn't working at all. So we'll see what's going on with that. Maybe it's because I don't have enough power now because of all those caps, but we'll see. So I'll be right back. guys. The Grundig 2220 CA, completely cleaned. I don't think there's much more I can do on it. I'll show you the sides. I replaced the grill cloth on both sides with some material that I had left. Some cloth I use for other projects. I finished it today. I don't have any more left, so you won't see it again. And it's as clean as it's going to get. It's all ready to rock and roll and to get the chassis, which I'll start working on tomorrow. Clean this guy up. The dial plate, which is plastic in this case, if I recall. The knobs, piano keys, and all of the components on the chassis. Let me show you the inside, so you can see the grill cloth replacement. All clean inside, and this you've seen me work on. You can actually see some of the bakelite here. So they actually painted this. They put a coat of paint on that. Sorry for the movement. I've been on the tripod all day. But for this, I just wanted to go around it and to show you everything. It's not like wood, mind you, but it's been just as much work. The phenolic, the bakelite is toast completely. There's nothing left. So that's it. Ready for the next part. Probably tomorrow. It's almost I don't know, 7:30 at night. I worked about 10 hours on it, and that's it for today. Time to get some supper. Oops, sorry, my wire's stuck. Time to get some supper. Yeah, sure hope she plays good. Have a good night.